Thank you for joining us for this look at some of the best stories from KPBS News this week. I'm John Carroll. Coming up, a major settlement for the family of a woman who died in jail. Why most of the nearly $15 million will be covered by taxpayers. Stay away from the sea lions. Animal advocates put out another plea after recent incident in La Jolla go viral. And the Belly Up turns 50. See what the Solana Beach venue has planned for its big anniversary this summer. We start with something we're all dealing with this holiday weekend. The National Weather Service says an excessive heat warning for parts of our county will stretch into next week, and those conditions add to the risk of wildfires. KPBS South Bay reporter Corey Suzuki recently visited parts of Chula Vista, where the city's growth is colliding with fire zones.
Juan Escorcia takes every chance he can get to talk up Chula Vista.
And it's one of those communities where you come, you park, you stay, and you grow a family, and that's just like you're forever happy.
That's part of the deal for Escorcia. He works as a real estate agent in Chula Vista, working with young families and other potential buyers. His whole job is to make people feel at home in the city. It's more than just work, though. Escorcia and his family also live here. Escorcia likes the feel of the new homes and parks and shopping centers in East Chula Vista. He and his wife are both runners, and they love the trails and canyons. But at the same time, Escorcia says there's always a little worry at the back of his mind. The question of how much risk there is here, of a wildfire.
There's a lot of valleys, there's a lot of open space as well, and if not controlled, then it could be a disaster.
It's true. As Chula Vista continues to grow eastward, the threat of a major wildfire here is also growing. Last year, the city updated one of its emergency planning documents, called a multi-jurisdictional hazard plan. It says thousands of homes could ignite during the next wildfire, and blames the city for not doing enough to manage the growth of wild vegetation. According to the plan, the biggest danger comes from the dozens of canyons that carve through the eastern side of the city.
We have several areas of the city that we're not able to reach annually.
Marlon King is the city's emergency services manager and helped write the city's hazard plan. Inside those areas, he says, grasses and shrubs have grown wild, building up layers of dry branches.
Over 30 open space areas and a limited budget and a limited amount of staff within our divisions. You can't get to all of these areas. Some areas have grown for 30 plus years.
Some of those canyons are also right next to older, more vulnerable homes. Plants there can grow much closer to buildings, and the structures themselves are less resistant to heat and embers. If a fire started in one of those ravines, it could race up the walls and jump from canyon to canyon. Chula Vista Fire Chief Harry Munns says this has all happened because the city hasn't set aside enough money to properly manage the canyons.
As much as wildfire is a distinct risk to the community, there are other things that become more of a priority to the community and the public.
City leaders in Chula Vista have taken some decisive steps to get ahead of the next wildfire. One of those is the fire department's new fuels crew, a special crack team of firefighters armed with chainsaws, weed whackers, and other heavy-duty tools. Their goal is to clear out some of the most overgrown canyons. The program launched just last year, and it's managed to significantly clear out 3 of the most dangerous canyons so far. The department is also trying to bring back the city's Fire Safe Council, a local volunteer group that focuses on spreading information about fire risk and safety, part of a countywide network. Chula Vista used to have one, but it went dormant during the pandemic and hasn't come back since then. Still, overall, officials say not much has changed since the city updated its hazard plan last October. Wildfire researcher Luca Carmignani says Chula Vista is far from alone. Many cities are also dealing with these same issues.
Or we always rely on firefighters for everything. And, we just have this feeling that if something happens, the firefighters will just be there, to protect all of us. Unfortunately, the last few decades, especially the last couple of decades, have shown how this is not the case.
Carmignani says it's equally important for residents to join community groups like the Chula Vista Fire Safe Council and do what they can to reinforce their homes.
At the end of the day, we are the city of Chula Vista. We are the ones living here.
Escorcia, the real estate agent, has been thinking about this a lot. He talks about fire safety not just with potential homebuyers, but at his church and with neighbors.
You have to come out and, share your voice.
And Escorcia is proud to live in Chula Vista. He says he's confident in the capabilities of the city and the fire department to protect them. Still, Escorcia also says he and his family aren't sure yet what the future holds.
We don't know. We don't know where that will take us, where that will lead us, but definitely Chula Vista is what we call home now.
In Chula Vista, Corey Suzuki, KPBS News.
Corey Suzuki is one of the guests on the latest KPBS Roundtable. New episodes are posted every Friday. Roundtable is where we talk with local journalists about the stories they're covering around San Diego. You can stream it as a podcast at kpbs.org and all podcast platforms. This next story includes some newly released video that may be tough to watch. In 2019, Elisa Cerna died while in custody at the Las Colinas detention facility in Santee. Her family sued, and this week, nearly 5 years later, they have agreed to a settlement of nearly $15 million. Tanya Thorne has details of that settlement and reaction from the Cerna family.
Elisa Cerna died on November 11, 2019, in the Las Colinas Detention Center in Santee. Footage from her room showed sheriff's deputies and medical staff ignoring her signs of medical distress. Suffering from alcohol and drug withdrawals, Cerna fell and had multiple seizures that ultimately led to her death. With the help of advocates, Cerna's mother, Paloma, demanded answers and accountability.
I say thank you for your dedication to guiding us all these years, helping us to learn how to advocate for our daughter, Elisa. Thank you for being a friend when we were in grief and in our anger. Thank you for being family.
Today, part of this mother's nightmare ends. San Diego County and the Cerna family reached a $15 million settlement before the case reached a federal court. The medical group that treats people in county jails will pay $1 million, and the remainder will be paid by San Diego County taxpayers.
I think it is not fair that the compensation comes from the taxpayer. The taxpayer did not neglect our loved ones to death.
Yusef Miller is with the North County Equity and Justice Coalition and the Saving Lives in Custody campaign.
The taxpayers are not responsible for Elisa Cerna or Gilbert Gill or Kevin Mills or etc. But the Sheriff's Department is. And they have a $1 billion budget, and I think we need to reinvestigate this and shift the cost and the burden over to the Sheriff's Department.
The settlement also has a list of conditions, which includes compassion and medical training for sheriff's deputies and jail medical staff. San Diego Sheriff Kelly Martinez released a statement about the settlement, noting she was not sheriff at the time of Cerna's death. She says that since 2019, there have been many changes and an incredible shift in priorities, focus, and processes in our jails, and that she is committed to improving our jail system and ensuring that jails are safe for all of those incarcerated and the employees. In a phone interview, Sheriff Martinez noted some of the infrastructure needs currently working against the department.
Not enough medical, and healthcare providers that we have in our facilities. Would like to increase the level of care. That's an ongoing, hiring people, getting enough staff, and just really having the capabilities in our jail would be terrific.
Paloma Cerna hopes her daughter's death is a lesson that can be avoided and says she will continue to fight for justice and accountability.
The settlement, the fight is not over. We, Saving Lives in Custody of California, will continue to fight for justice for Saxon Rodriguez, Omar Moreno Aurora, Gilbert Gills, Matthew Settles, Pearson McCoy, Raymond Vogelman, Hayden Shuck, Lonnie Rupert, Pedro Jr. Ornelas, and many, many more.
Tanya Thorne, KPBS News.
Migrants desperate to seek asylum in the U.S. are increasingly scaling the border wall due to limited access through ports of entry. Health reporter Heidi DeMarco says the life-threatening injuries sustained by some migrants are prompting advocates to declare it a public health crisis.
Pedro Rios, director of the American Friends Service Committee, spends most mornings providing aid to migrants awaiting immigration processing between the two fences that make up the U.S.-Mexico border wall near San Isidro, known as Whiskey 8. Rios says he's seen countless injuries since the barrier wall between the U.S. and Mexico was raised from 18 feet to 30 feet in 2019. He says migrants also attempt to use makeshift ladders to climb over.
Some of those injuries might be cuts or lacerations because of the concertina wire. Other injuries are bruised parts of their bodies because they have struck that part of their body against the border wall, or broken limbs because they have fallen from the border walls.
Local trauma centers have linked the wall scaling to an increase in migrant-related injuries. In 2022, UC San Diego Health published research on severe injuries at the U.S.-Mexico border wall in southern San Diego. They showed a 5-time increase from 42 cases in 2019 to 440 cases in 2022. Joseph Chachi is a neurosurgeon at UC San Diego Health.
It is continuing to trend upward. It's still quite a significant increase.
He says it has definitely put a strain on the capacity of the trauma center.
It does have downstream effects on the care of all people in the county and beyond. There are limited resources, there are limited hospital beds, there are limited providers, there are limited funds even.
Scripps Mercy Hospital has treated over 251 cases this year, although the numbers have been slowly decreasing since February.
Typically, we see a reduction in the number of people during the summer months because it's so hot.
From January to May 2024, Border Patrol agents encountered nearly 384,000 people.
Last week, a 46-year-old female fell from the border wall trying to cross through the Otay Mountain Wilderness. She sustained serious injuries during the fall and was unable to move. Luckily, our agents were able to respond to her location and get her the help she critically needed.
Between May and December of 2023, San Diego Fire Rescue received approximately 3,500 medical calls from the border area near the San Ysidro port of entry. Rios says that despite the expectation that increasing the wall height would deter people from crossing the border, it has only created a new health issue.
Local hospitals and their emergency rooms are reporting that greater numbers of people are arriving with life-altering injuries that we should really be considering the construction of border walls as a public health crisis.
Heidi DeMarco, KPBS News.
We have a follow-up to a story we've been keeping a close eye on in North County. There is some pushback in Vista to the potential plan for Green Oak Park. The county might buy the property and turn it into a drug treatment campus. Tanya Thorne was there as County Supervisor Jim Desmond heard from those who are not happy with that idea.
News of the county's intent to purchase Green Oak Ranch hasn't sat well with many Vista residents. In late April, Supervisor Jim Desmond introduced his idea of a campus for healing, a 200-bed treatment center for adults with mental illnesses and substance use disorders. On Sunday, Supervisor Desmond faced the crowds looking for some answers.
We may not even get the property. And I get the vibe in this room, you don't want us to get it. But, amen. Okay, amen. All right. Thank you.
Many of the residents' questions were about the impact to the community and security.
I'm a firefighter, and I go to these facilities, these county-run facilities, with doctors, with staff, just like you described, on a daily basis.
Are they treatment centers?
Yes, they're county mental health treatment centers. We go to these facilities often, getting a turnover from the doctor to transport them to another facility. 198 times at one facility. So you can sit there and promise that to us, but it's not the reality. My next question is, will you allow sex offenders in this facility?
Desmond's response to safety concerns was the promise of on-site security and a sheriff's deputy on location 24/7. Tim Tronconi lives near the ranch. He started a community action group to stop the development of the campus for healing.
We want the city of Vista to buy this land. If they want to build a similar facility on a local level, supporting the citizens of Vista, I'm all for that. We want to help the people that we want in this community, right? But a county-run facility, taking people from downtown all the way up to Vista, 45 minutes away, is wrong.
There's no guarantee the county will get the property. The city of Vista is currently getting it appraised, and Councilmember Dan O'Donnell is hoping the city will submit a formal offer.
This is a unicorn. It is 120 acres in our city that will literally never come up again, not in our lifetime, not in the next lifetime. And I want to see that space activated in a lot of different ways. And that could be ball fields, that could be more parks, that can be improving the trails, that can be job training facilities, that could be fire training facilities.
This unicorn is overseen by a land board, which so far has kept a low profile. They do have 2 offers to review already. No timelines are known for the sale of the property. Tanya Thorne, KPBS News.
As we mentioned, Tanya Thorne has covered this story extensively in recent weeks. That includes a 2-part feature on Green Oak Ranch, those who currently call the property home, and more on its potential future. You can watch those stories and all of our content on the KPBS YouTube page. Sign up to our newsletters to get a list of our most popular stories delivered to your inbox. Here are some from this week. Newly repaired, the Navy's USS Boxer, based here in San Diego, makes another go at sea. The Supreme Court says Donald Trump has absolute immunity for core acts only when it comes to alleged crimes during his presidency. And a UC San Diego study reveals 5 types of sleep and their possible health outcomes. This next story is also on our most popular list. Beaches will be busy this weekend, and the city of San Diego is reminding people that we share the ocean with marine wildlife. Alexander Nguyen shows us some of the behavior in La Jolla that's getting national attention.
They may look cute and cuddly. They're not.
Please stay a safe distance.
That's the message the city is sending after social media video of 2 young women getting too close to the sea lions at La Jolla Cove Beach went viral. It's pupping season for the sea lions right now, so the mothers may be more protective of their youngs. That's why Emma Brum and her husband are keeping a safe distance.
Just coming down here and seeing how close people get to them, like that just, I don't know, it makes me sad, but also kind of just like wary that people could get hurt from them.
And scenes like this are hard for the volunteer docents from the Sierra Club.
Yeah, so he's agitated, right? So the male is agitated because all this is happening by his females and by the pups.
They try to educate beachgoers and keep them from harassing these marine mammals.
This is a Wednesday. Tomorrow is a holiday, and the weekend, this whole beach is full of hundreds of people from all over the world. So getting the message out locally is good.
I'm about 150 feet or 50 yards away from the sea lions, and that's the distance that NOAA recommends people should stay away from the sea mammals. But as you can see, people are not heeding that advice. In the short time that we were at La Jolla Cove Beach, we saw people coming close for a quick photo. This woman stepped over a sea lion resting on the stairs and encouraged her son to do the same.
We prefer that you watch from the boardwalk.
San Diego Chief Park Ranger Michael Ruiz says these are wild animals and can cause considerable damage.
A mother can be up to 200 pounds, and a male adult can reach 800 pounds. The reason why I'm holding this male adult skull is because it gives you an idea that it's important to keep a safe distance.
And he hopes that people heed that message, especially over the busy holiday this weekend.
San Diego is great. I mean, you do get to see a lot of wildlife.
Alexander Nguyen, KPBS News.
Later this month, the world's best athletes will unite in Paris for the Summer Olympics Games. USA Rugby recently announced its men's team at the Chula Vista Elite Athlete Training Center. Video journalist Charlotte Radulovich shows us some of the work they're putting in before competing on the global stage.
Let's go, brothers. Let's get sharp. Come on.
The game of sevens is brutal. One moment, one mistake, you can lose a game. So it's unforgiving, but it's highly explosive and highly exciting to be a part of and to play.
When you talk to people around San Diego, they understand that there is an Olympic training center here. I mean, now it's called the Chula Vista Elite Training Center, but they do know that people train here. The game is worldwide as 15s. We play the game of sevens. In America, it's still kind of new. Rugby is still kind of new to America, so we've taken a lot of strides in the sevens over the last 10 plus years. This is our third qualification for the Olympic Games. Sevens team, we train here full time, so once we're contracted, we're here the entire time.
And the challenge is obviously to get some silverware, you know, get some tin. Hopefully we're going to look for the shiny stuff, gold, silver, bronze. You know, we're capable, we have the potential of medaling at these games, but it's going to be insanely difficult. Everything we do on the training park these next few weeks is about getting ready for those pool games. We'll not look past the pool games. Let's focus on those, and then we'll see where it takes us.
Go 3, 1, 2, 3. Go. It's all about family out here.
San Diego County will be represented in many sports in Paris. This week in Vista, Team USA introduced those who made the cut for the skateboarding team. 4 of them are from San Diego County, specifically Oceanside, Vista, Point Loma, and Encinitas. All have extensive resumes in international competition like the X Games. This is the second Olympics where skateboarding is an official sport. The Games begin Friday, July 26th. July is also Pride Month in San Diego, and 2024 marks 50 years since the city's first Pride March. A lot has changed since then, including the acknowledgement and support from local government. Metro reporter Andrew Bowen was there for the Pride Month kickoff event at City Hall.
It's so lovely in San Diego that we get to celebrate Pride twice, with June in the rest of the world, and then July here for the rest of us.
The City Council chambers were packed with rainbow flags Monday morning at the Pride kickoff event. Among the speakers was Christine Kehoe. In 1993, she became the first openly gay elected official in San Diego. She served on the City Council and later in the State Assembly and Senate. She says she's proud of having helped make San Diego and California welcoming places for the LGBTQ+ community.
But in other states, our right to marry, to express and determine our gender identity, to access the health care we need, all these rights that are now in law are being threatened state by state every day. We need to be vigilant always. We cannot drop our guard.
A recent report from the California Department of Justice found reported hate crime events were down overall in 2023, but hate crimes against LGBTQ+ people were up. Even in San Diego, threats to the community's safety are present. In May, an unidentified person drove past several gay bars in Hillcrest shooting a pellet gun. One person was struck in the eye. And last month, a projectile shattered the window of a nonprofit serving transgender migrants. Both incidents are being investigated as potential hate crimes.
Our community is so resilient. We have decades and centuries of experience in holding both protest and celebration at the same time, in the same breath. Because pride is still protest in every sense of the word, and pride is also joy, and our queer joy is resistance.
Pride events are taking place throughout July, culminating in the Pride Parade on July 20th and the Pride Festival in Balboa Park on the 20th and 21st. This year's theme, Making History Now. Andrew Bowen, KPBS News.
An iconic live music venue in North County is celebrating 50 years of rocking out. KPBS reporter Jacob Baer dives into the history and festivities in store for the Belly Up.
B.B. King, Willie Nelson, Erykah Badu, John Mayer, the Red Hot Chili Peppers, and even the Rolling Stones. Those are just a few of the artists who have graced the stage of Solana Beach's Belly Up Tavern since 1974.
In 1979, I got called up to the big leagues with the Padres, and I was across the street staying with a friend, and I just went for a walk one evening and opened the door, and I heard music, and I walked into this place, and I swear it changed my life.
Musician and former San Diego Padre player Tim Flannery is very familiar with the space as someone in the crowd and playing on stage.
Look, I'm a preacher's kid. This is one of the best churches I've ever been to in my life. Spiritually sane, you know?
You might think they'd mark the 50th anniversary with a big party.
The best luck I had was you. I say, hey.
We have 150,000 people that come through the doors every year. And so we were originally thinking about some big event, and then we realized that only 600 people could come because that's our capacity.
Belly Up President Chris Goldsmith says instead, to celebrate 50 years, they'll have 50 shows throughout the summer featuring local, regional, and national acts. He says the space feels like home to a lot of people, and each anniversary act has a previous connection to the club.
In the early years, there were a lot of blues bands and a lot of rock bands. In the 80s, there got to be a lot of reggae, a lot of soul music, George Clinton, Curtis Mayfield, Etta James, kind of started to create a legendary history for the venue.
Jerry McCann has lived in North County since the early 1970s and has played at the Belly Up over 100 times.
I was the first guy that had a working band that came in and was booked regularly.
While the space has changed and grown over the years, McCann says the heart of the Belly Up has remained the same, and its influence has spanned generations.
Because just like it's been a part of my life, I know people that have come here when they were kids, and now they're grandparents, and they got to have some fond memories too.
The Belly Up 50th anniversary shows start July 3rd and run through the end of September. The whole schedule is out on the Belly Up website, and some shows are already sold out. Jacob Ayer, KPBS News.
If you want more of that, be sure to watch Live at the Belly Up. It's one of the local original shows produced by KPBS. You can find past performances at kpbs.org. The show also airs Friday nights right here at 11. We hope you enjoyed this look at KPBS News this week. I'm John Carroll. Thank you so much for joining us.